फ्रेंड्स, हाउ यू ऑल आर? फाइन। आज हम पढ़ रहे हैं चैप्टर नंबर 17, स्टार्स एंड द सोलर सिस्टम. Pahli and Bujo visited their grandparents' village during the summer break. After dinner, they went on to the roof of the house. It was a clear, cloudless night. They were surprised to see a large number of bright stars in the sky. They had never seen such a beautiful scene in their city. Pahli wondered why the village sky was so different from the night sky in the big cities. Her grandfather explained that due to bright light, smoke, and dust, the sky in big cities is rarely clear. Night sky watching can be fascinating experience at a place where there are no bright lights and the atmosphere is clear. Look at the sky on the dark, clear night. You see the entire sky dotted with countless stars, some bright and some not too so bright. Observe them carefully. Do all of them appear to twinkle? Do you find any star like object which does not twinkle? The objects which not twinkle are planets. The moon is the brightest object in the night sky. The stars and the planets, the moon and many other objects in the sky are called celestial objects. Are all celestial objects similar? Let us find out. Activity 7.1. Observe the moon continuously for several nights, preferably from one full moon to the next. Make a sketch on the moon every night in your notebook and note the day from the day of the full moon. Also note every day the part of the sky, east or west, in which the moon is seen. Is there a change in the shape of the moon every day? Are there days when the shape of the moon appears to be perfectly round? Are there days when the moon cannot be seen at all, even if the sky is clear? The day on which the whole disk of the moon is visible is known as the full moon day. Thereafter, the every night after the यहाँ पे देखेंगे every night after the size of the bright part of the moon appears to become thinner and thinner. On the 15th day, the moon is not visible. This day is known as the new moon day. Underline. The next day, only a small portion of the moon appears in the sky. This is known as the crescent moon. Then again, the moon grows larger every day. On the 15th day, once again, we get a full view of the moon. The various shapes of the bright part of the moon as seen during a month are called phase of the moon. The time period between one full moon to the next full moon is slightly longer than 29 days. In many calendars, this period is called a month. बीच में थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट हुआ था बेटा कि पेजेस इधर उधर हो गए थे, तो डोंट माइंड, इसको आप कंटिन्यूस में ले लीजिएगा प्लीज़, है ना. लेट अस ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई फेजेस ऑफ द moon occur. You have studied in chapter 16 that the moon does not produce its own light, whereas the sun and other stars do. We see the moon because the sunlight falling on it gets reflected towards us. We therefore see only that part of the moon from which the light of the sun is reflected towards to us. ये जो 7.3 जो फिगर दे रखा है, मून इज़ विजिबल ड्यू टू द रिफ्लेक्टेड सनलाइट, ये आप अपनी नोटबुक में बनाएंगे. ओके. एक्टिविटी 7.2 ये आप रीड करेंगे. ओके. ऐसा सर्किल बनाना है और आपको इसको जो है एक मून की तरह कलेक्ट करना है, ठीक है। नाउ यहाँ पे देखिए, remember that the moon revolves around the earth along with the moon revolve around the sun, okay। ये मून जो है वो धरती के चारों ओर चक्कर लगाता है और धरती जो है वो सन के चारों ओर चक्कर लगाती है। कैन यू गेस द रिलेटिव पोजीशन ऑफ द सन, मून एंड द अर्थ ऑन द डे ऑफ द फुल मून एंड ऑन द डे ऑफ द न्यू मून। स्केच दीज पोजिशंस इन योर नोटबुक। ये वाली पोजीशन, ठीक है, 17.5 और ये 17.6। In which part of the sky would you look for the full moon? The size of illuminated part of the moon visible from the earth increases each day after the new moon. Day after the full moon day, the sunlit part of the moon visible from the earth decrease in size every day. एक बार बढ़ेगा और एक बार घटना शुरू हो जाएगा, ठीक है। The moon completes on rotation on its axis as it completes on revolution around the earth. The moon surface. The moon is a fascinating object for poets and storytellers, but when astronauts landed on the moon, they found that the moon surface is dusty and barren. There are many craters for different sizes. It also has a large number of steep and high mountains. Some of these are all as high as the highest mountain on the earth. इतने भी हाई जो है वहाँ पर माउंटेन्स है। यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, डिड यू नो ऑन जुलाई 21, 1969 इंडियन टाइम द अमेरिकन एस्ट्रोनॉट नील आर्मस्ट्रॉन्ग लैंडेड ऑन द मून फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। ही वॉज फॉलोड बाय एडविन एल्ड्रिन। अंडरलाइन कर लीजिएगा इसको। द मून has no atmosphere, it has no water. Can you life exist on the moon? The stars. What other object do you see in the night sky? There is a large number of stars in the sky. Observe carefully on dark night and from a place away from a big city. Are all the stars equally bright? Are they of the same color? In fact, stars emit light of their own. The sun is also a star. Why does it appear so large compared to the other stars, which appears bigger? A football plays near you, or a football placed at a distance of 100 meters. The stars are million of times farther away than the sun, therefore the stars appear to us like point. In fact, the stars are present in the sky during the daytime also. However, they are not visible then because of the bright sunlight. Observe some prominent star or a group of stars in the sky for about 2 hours or more. What do you mind? Do you find any change in the position of stars in the sky? You will find that the stars appear to move from east to west. Okay, अब इसके अंदर जो है स्टार्स के बारे में बताया हुआ है और इसमें अलग अलग जो है सारी चीज़ें बताई हुई है। ठीक है बेटा, आप इसमें देखेंगे, इसमें देखिए एक बार जो है वो मैंने थोड़ा सा इसको स्क्रॉल कर दिया था क्वेश्चन आंसर के तौर पर। ठीक है बेटा, यहाँ पे देखेंगे आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट है, फिर उसके बाद कमेंट्स है, फिर जो अलग अलग जो यूरेनस, नेपच्यून, जो हमारे जो प्लैनेट्स हैं ना, उनके बारे में बताया हुआ है। एक बार इसको रीड करना बेटा। जुपिटर है, मार्स है, अलग अलग सारे हैं, इनके फंक्शंस हैं। इसको एक बार रीड करोगे केयरफुली। कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होती है तो फील फ्री आस्क मी। एक बार इसको रीड करना, फिर मुझे पूछना। ठीक है, नाउ बाय।